Good morning. Good morning. Ah! Yeah. There's that frog. It's me. I'm here now. Hello. Hello. Surprise! Wow, it's almost like we had this game scheduled and it's not a surprise at all. Whoa. Whoa! And good evening to European farmers. How are all of you doing today? How are all of you doing today? Did you wash your hands? I always wash my hands. That's the second message you sent about it. Wow, I'm very concerned about whether my hands are clean. Are you scared? You're scared? You're scared I'm gonna touch you with my not clean hands. You're scared? Yeah, I'm touching you. I'm touching you. I'm touching you right now. I got my hand on the chat box. I'm touching all of you. Ah! Yeah, anyway. Can't touch. I did wash my hands though, yes. Did you wash your feet? No! What? I haven't been outside or anything yet today though. I've just been inside, so just been chilling, you know. Yeah, pee hands. There's no hands on my feet. I mean, wait, there's no pee on my hands. They're clean. They just want your feet on the chat. Yeah, you just want me to show my feet. You know, I might be a little dumb, but I'm not that dumb. I'm smarter than that. Come on, fellas. Come on. Come on. She went to the bathroom and wiped herself on us. Ew! Is that why you guys are stinky? Someone seems like they're pretty stinky around here. You never wash your feet. Wow, this is like when you say I like pancakes on Twitter and they misconstrue it as you hate waffles. Yeah. I wash my feet all the time. Actually, I think I've talked about that before. How one of my favorite things about showering is when I get to clean my feet and I feel so good. But you do hate waffles. Yeah, they're not that great. But that's besides the point, because that meme is not about my personal taste. It's about like making a point. It's about making a point and someone else being weird about it. Yeah. Yeah. How can we be more bubbles? I guess we're kind of like in that sense of the dirty bubble. And today you might be. Today you guys are kind of bleh. Coins for fun. Thank you. Hi, Tucker. Thank you for the $5 super. Rebbi, you left your shoes untied. My shoes are always untied because they don't have laces. There's nothing to tie. There's no laces. So, therefore, I think I'm okay. Yeah, I think I'm okay. Coin for fun. Thank you. Yeah. I was thinking for $2 super. Stinky. No, you're just stinky. I'm the one over here with clean hands. My hands smell like soap. Because I use soap. Yeah. But I guess happy 4th of July. Today is the 4th of July. For American farmers. Yeah. Get ready for fireworks all day, all night. Man, I think the last time, I just remembered one of the last couple 4th of Julys I went out with some friends to like a local thing, and then we almost got hit by a car one night on the way home, and then we saw someone else almost got hit by a car the year after. So I think that might be my sign to just stay home this time. Stay home this time around and not go out. These people around here are crazy. Yeah, maybe we can celebrate with waterworks instead. It'd be kind of interesting if you sent up a ball of water into the sky and it exploded into. Whoa! Whoa! This way, thank you for finding out the soup. But most soups have chemical stink, so maybe stinky. But it smells nice though. It's not stinky though. Yeah. What if the car comes through your window? Oh dang it, man! Damn, that's a scary mental image. I guess at that point, then I would say the universe is very dedicated, and maybe I was meant to die. Meant to die today. Oh wow. But also, I'm kind of underwater, and I'd like to see the car get all the way down here. So, yeah. Hi, Rebbi again. Awesome cover. Thank you. Hi, Monica. Yeah, did you guys know? I released a cover yesterday? Did you see it? It's pretty bad, man. If you haven't seen it, it's never too late to go see it. Yeah. And Bryce, thank you for travel for 1 whole month. Fades into existence. Hello, Madam Frog. Hello, Bryce Terry. Hello. Cars are both crafty and bloodthirsty. Wait, that reminds me of this, like, I think it was on, like, a YouTube short talking about cats. And everyone in the comments was also talking about cats. But then, when someone was talking about cats, they misspelled it as cars, and they said cars are very territorial creatures. And then someone in the comments was like, cars are indeed very territorial vehicles. And I was dying with laughter. Hey, Ross, thank you for chilling super. Final Larry. What does that mean? Just thank you for being traveled for 2 whole months. Water whistle and the car down, keeping you safe. Yeah, that was my line of thinking. Yeah, we're kind of safe as long as we're under here. Also, you know, while there might be roads built around the pond, that doesn't mean cars are going to be coming down here. Oh, really nice. You know, yeah. They are not technically wrong, I suppose. This is true. I feel like I see cars honk way more than I see angry cats, so I feel like, yeah, they are pretty territorial. Oh, the movie Final Destination. Oh, okay, I was curious because you also spelled my name with an A instead of an E. I was like, well, I don't know. But yeah, I'm also a bit head empty today, so some of that could be on me. You were so cute. No, you're cute. Yeah, they are when parking is at a premium. Is it very common for there to be premium parking? Whoa, I mean, I do know there's a lot of places that pay for parking. You gotta pay to park there, but I guess I never thought about premium parking. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I guess it does. All I'm gonna say is I've never seen a cat crash before. I don't know, I think I've seen some cats crash out before. Does that count? Does that count? Playing NSFW and watching you. Sorry. No, it's okay. I was just laughing at it. Yeah. Yeah, today's 4th of July. I thought about having like some special things in the background, but then I forgot, so we do not have any. But yeah, but we're also having our 4th of July hatred today because I don't like fireworks. I think fireworks are, this is gonna be a very un-American sounding opinion, but I think fireworks are very overrated. Yeah, they're just big explosions in the sky, and once you've seen one fireworks show, you've seen them all. They don't really do anything that amazing. Yeah, I'm done. What's the stream's theme? There is no theme. We're just having. Yeah. So you hate America? it's the pancakes and waffle thing again, the second time in a span of 15 minutes. Whoa, gonna take away your American card. Joke's on you, I don't have one, cause I was born here. Yeah. Yeah, fireworks are literally burning money. Yeah. I don't know. I prefer to celebrate in like other ways, like with food and snacks. So yeah. And I don't like loud noises. They're just really, really loud. And people set them off. Like, it's not even just one day. There were people setting them off like a few days ago. Like, I get people near me to set them off the day before, a few days before, the day after. It's like, it's not just one day, it's several days. That's like, bruh. And I feel pretty lucky I don't have a pet that's scared of loud noises, because if I did, then that'd be a whole nother thing. And I was like, bruh. Yeah, I like fireworks, I don't like the noise, so I bring earplugs when I watch fireworks. I just don't find them that interesting. It's a bunch of splashes of color in the sky. I have seen fireworks before, and therefore that means I have seen fireworks. So, I know what they are. They're nothing new, they're nothing exciting to me. And they're just loud, and everyone stops to gawk at them, and they're just like, whoa, and I'm just over here like, they're not that amazing, you know. Yeah. The people doing it all week are annoying. Yeah, I don't get that. I get to watch fireworks just once per year, and I actually kind of like how in the West they shoot fireworks for birthdays and summer and similar. They do? I've never had fireworks for my birthday. What the heck? I don't know. But 4th of July gets it every year. And then if you go somewhere like Disney, they do fireworks every night. Every single night. Every day of the year. Except maybe if there's like a massive thunderstorm that rolls through, they might not do it then. I don't know. I think thunderstorms, if it's a big thunderstorm, might get in the way of fireworks launching. I really don't care for fireworks. Yeah! Fellow opinion! Let's go! Yeah! The colors are nice, but they're way too loud and make air pollution way worse. I didn't even think about air pollution. Yeah, no. I like the colors, but I can see colors other places. I can see colors many other areas and many other things if I really want to. What about fireworks ice pops? I don't know if I've ever had one of those ever at all, but I think if I have, I think maybe I've had them. They're mid as fuck, bruh. Nah, I don't think they're that good. It's actually been more for pet owners. My dog hates fireworks and I've been doing it for days now. Yeah, when I lived with my family, we had a dog and she also really did not like loud noises, so any fireworks, any thunder, it was like, bleh. Yeah, I feel really bad. Especially when, like, the poor puppies, they don't know what's going on. They just hear loud noises and they're scared. I know some places are swapping to drone shows instead of fireworks. Really? I think that's something I'd be interested in seeing because I've never seen a drone show before. Ooh, maybe that sounds really cool. I want to see one of those now, actually. I didn't know that was a thing. I just don't like the noise going off for days. Oh yeah, that's also annoying. Well, I think that's kind of a thing that's been happening with holidays here anyway. It's not just 4th of July with fireworks going off the whole week. It's also like Christmas and Halloween, the way that they sell things for like months in advance. When it's getting closer to Christmas or Halloween, they set up the displays like 2 to 3 months in advance. It's like the holiday doesn't really feel like the holiday anymore, you know? Not when we extend celebration to be so big wide of a time frame. You know, it's supposed to be, I think if it was up to me, I'd be celebrating Christmas only in December. And then celebrate Thanksgiving only in November. The American Thanksgiving, not any other versions of Thanksgiving. And then Halloween only in October. Celebrate the entire month, but make sure that it is the proper month. I don't want to be celebrating Christmas in October. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. I'm here to hit the fireworks with fog. Yeah! Yeah! Doesn't Halloween start next month? No! No! No, it does not! I hate it! Halloween is in October! It's not supposed to be in August! No! You would really hate my house. One of the people goes to neighboring states and buy illegal firecrackers that literally sound like bombs. Yeah, that sounds terrifying to me. No, thank you. No, thank you. Venezuela has Christmas in November. I can't speak for how other countries celebrate it, but we don't do that here. We don't do that here. That is straight up not a thing here. Christmas for us is in December, so we should stop celebrating it in other months. Ah! Yeah. I've been seeing spooky posting already. Why? Well, that's just the people that really like Halloween that just get hyped up for it throughout the year. Yeah. Oh, personally, if I can be honest, I don't really see the big deal about Halloween. I know. I don't really see the big deal. I don't know. It feels like the holiday that like you get really excited for when you're a kid, but like she hates it. I don't hate it, but I just don't see as much of the hype. Like it gets hyped up a ton, but then like I feel like all the Halloween stuff is like you go trick-or-treating, you can have a Halloween party, but like you can't go trick-or-treating once you get old enough. People start looking at you weird. And it kind of takes away from that. And like, yeah, I can go get dressed up, but also I have no friends or family where I am. So like, I don't really have anyone around me that I can invite over for a Halloween party. So I can't have a party and I can't go trick-or-treating and well, like what else do you do? What else do you do for Halloween? You know? Maybe we should invent some more like Halloween traditions for adults so that way like we got some answers and stuff, you know? I haven't dressed up for Halloween in 5 years. Yeah, I used to dress up every year. I don't even have any Halloween costumes anymore. Yeah. Well, I know in the VTuber space there's more stuff you can do for Halloween and stuff, make it feel all nice and spooky. But like outside of the VTuber space though, you buy yourself candy. Yeah, but I can do that at any point throughout the year. Like, is it really that special for Halloween if you just go and purchase it yourself? I feel like Halloween candy feels exciting when you get to go trick-or-treating. And it's like you get to do an activity and then you get candy as a result of the activity. The activity is tied to Halloween, which makes the candy feel more like Halloween, you know? But if I go and just purchase it, it's cheaper the day after. It's not that expensive before the day. It's not that expensive. I could just go buy it literally any time of year. If I want candy, I can go buy it any time of year. Like, it doesn't feel that special for Halloween, you know? Yeah, or just let adults take part. It's not that hard. I remember I had people looking at me weird for trying to trick-or-treat with my siblings when I was still like a teenager. Like 15. People are really strict about when you have to stop. And that was with my siblings. That wasn't even me walking around as a 15-year-old trying to get candy by myself. No, I had all my little siblings with me. And I remember I walked up to this house, and it was some adults and a child, like an 8-year-old girl, and even she was looking at me weird. And I ended up just being like, I remember I just said like, we don't need anything, and just walked away because I felt awkward. And the way they looked at you, like, they were like, what the frick are you doing here? You know? Was your costume something weird? No! It wasn't any weirder than anything else. I honestly don't remember what I was dressed up as. But my parents would not let me dress up as anything like super absurd or out there. No, it wasn't because of that. She looked at you weird because you're 7 feet tall. Man, that would be something. I don't remember how tall I was. I don't know. Getting judged by an 8-year-old hurt. Yeah, I felt super unwelcome. And I can only assume it was because I was a little bit older. But like, I was like 15, man. Like, yeah, maybe I'm like the tail end of trick-or-treating, but still a kid. Meh. I do enjoy giving out the candy too, but kids don't come around anymore. Kids don't come to my house either. Probably, maybe not because I live in the bottom of a pond, but they don't come to my house either. So, yeah. Chadboy! Hey, Jonathan! Welcome to Chadboy! Thank you. Honestly, I like Halloween. It's the one month of the year I can openly like scary, horror and creepy stuff without being judged. I don't mind it. Really? People are judging you for liking horror and creepy stuff? No. Don't let them judge you for that, because that's a stupid thing to be judgmental of somebody for. Like what you want to like. And don't let anyone stop you. Yeah. I think we should go back to the old tradition for Halloween where we go around town banishing ghosts and demons. Oh yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. I think if I remember, I don't know if it's like a holiday. Is there like a holiday where people throw beans at each other? What day is that again? I can't remember what that is. People throw like beans at each other. It's supposed to like banish like some sort of monster or something. I don't remember what this is tied to. I remember hearing about it though. I don't know. Not Beanoween. Beanoween. That's a Japanese holiday. What holiday is it? Because I remembered something about that, and I was like, oh, you know, I judge people for liking tomatoes. Yeah, that's because you got a stick up your butt. Might want to pull that out sometime, but it'll start affecting you. I think it already is. I feel that way also. I love creepy things. I want to just leave my house Halloweenified if I could. Yeah. Nah, that would feel weird. Well, I don't know. I want to say people should be able to have whatever decorations up they want year-round. But I also am an avid hater of people trying to celebrate holidays well outside of their, like, respective time. So, I have mixed feelings on that. Yeah. Yeah. Something in Japan I think is supposed to deter oni. Yeah, I was also thinking, like, you throw beans at people and it's meant to, like, banish, like, a demon or something. That's all I can remember. Yeah. I'm excited for first Halloween with Rebbi. Yeah! I wonder if I should start planning, honestly. Start planning for stuff that I'm going to be doing. I don't know. Yeah. I judge people who watching VTubers. I mean, seriously, who watches VTubers? Gross. Yeah, everybody knows VTubers are only exclusively for people who can't get girlfriends and never leave their house, and they're sweaty and sticky and fat with Cheeto dust on their fingers, and there's nobody else in the entire world who likes VTubers. It is only this very small, incredibly niche demographic. A bunch of freaks! VTuber? I hardly know them. Wait, you had a missed opportunity to say VTuber? I hardly know her. Yeah. The only reason I remember is because How Loves Ayame always has a please don't post around that time since she's an Oni. Oh, that's cute though. That's really, really cute. Why are we catching strays? You gotta catch some sometimes, you know, just pow, 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 pow. Yeah. Prepare to get VTube. Prepare to catch his hands. Pow, 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 pow. Man, I kind of wish I was 3D for this gag. Because this would be a lot funnier if I could actually punch out the camera. But I'm not 3D right now, so. Yeah, are VTubers even real? Like, are we sure they are just a psyop? No, I think it's like that thing where people say like the birds aren't real and they're all just like government camera spies. that are disguised as animals. So every time you see a pigeon nearby, it is not an actual animal. It is a robot disguised as what we think birds are, but in reality, birds are not birds. Birds are all government drones. So clearly, VTubers are just the next step up the ladder. And it's all federal government agents pretending to be kawaii anime girls to get information and your money. You know about the bird. It's all a government setup. We're not. I can confirm I'm the inventor of birds, Dr. Birdmaker. We have the inventor of birds himself in the chat. Everybody clap. Whoa! Yeah! Whoa! I love government agents. It makes my voice sound weird if I clap in front of it. I love my government agent, Rebbi. Just make sure you pay those taxes on time and government things. Yeah. I see your hands, so what's clapping? Me on your mom! Oh! VTubers are a collective hallucination. That's why I stopped taking my meds so I can continue to see the cute fry. Yeah. Point of view. Oh no, you stopped taking your meds. Ah! Ooh. Ooh. I don't actually know how to follow up that joke. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah. Now get off the pills immediately. Ah! I'll have to start taking your placebo ones instead. Right? I don't know much about medication. Hi, Rebbi. Hello, boy. Hello. Precious little Rebbi. She's gone. Dead. Forever. Except that I'm back now, so never mind. Yeah. Rebbi's back. No more meds required. This is true. For now. For now. For now. I just randomly remembered this cowboy town that I once drove through in Arizona. Yeah, there's cowboy towns in Arizona. Do you guys know that? Whoa. The kind where there's just a road that goes all the way down and the two lines of buildings. You know, the road that goes in between the two lines of buildings. Like a Wild West town. Cowboy town. Yeah. They had llama or alpaca. I think it was llama though. Merchandise. Yeah. Did they have a saloon? I don't know. I don't remember if I actually got out of the car. I wasn't driving. This is when I was a kid, so my dad was driving. What's your favorite cowboy movie, Rebbi? I have only seen True Grit, so I guess by default it would be that one, but I'm not really a Western person. Yeah. Yeah, I watched it after Pippa told me, like, you should watch True Grit, the one with John Wayne, except, the one I watched, I think, was the remake, and, it didn't have John Wayne in it, so, Yeah. Did you watch the yearly 4Kids 4th of July anthem? The what? The what? The what? You should check out Tombstone 1990, best western ever made. I don't know. Maybe. Do you guys like cowboys a lot? I don't know. I feel like maybe I should like cowboys more as an American. Cause I think Southern stuff and cowboys and Western is, I think it's our culture. I think it's like some of the little bit of culture that we actually have that's unique to us. You don't know about the 4Kids 3rd of July anthem? What? I thought it was the 4th of July anthem. And also, no, I have never once in my life heard of that. What the heck? Tombstone's pretty amazing. Tombstone just makes me think of the pizza brand called Tombstone. Tombstone Pizza. It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. If you like cowboys, you should play Red Dead Redemption 2. I actually do have that game, and I want to play it at some point. But I also want to get at least like 1 or 2 series out of the way first before I start it. Because we still gotta finish FNAF, and we still have to finish Majora's Mask, and I never did finish Oblivion or Fate, but we're not really like super close to the ends for those. For FNAF, I want a New Game Plus it, but I think I can get it done in 1 day. And then Majora's Mask, I think we can do in 1 more stream. So I think if I get those out of the way, then I can maybe start a new game. Yeah, I've never played Red Dead Redemption 2. It'd be really fun. It'd be like a blind playthrough. Yeah, I love blind playthroughs. Yeah, we don't talk about that. Oh. Okay. What are we not talking about? Red Dead Redemption 2 is very good, but it'll be a long series if you like doing side content too. Oh, I do. I do like doing side content too. 5 Nights at Rebbi's. Ho 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 ho. Is Freddy Fazbear an American icon? He should be. Yeah, I mean, I think Scott Cawthon is American, I think, right? Right? I have never actually looked, so I'm not entirely sure. I think he is? In which case, Freddy Fazbear would be an American icon, because Freddy Fazbear was made by an American person. Yeah, he is. Yeah, then Freddy Fazbear is an American icon. Yeah. He needs to beat Chuck E. Cheese, though. Wait, no, speaking of Chuck E. Cheese, did you guys see? Well, I shared it in the Discord recently, but did you guys see that Chuck E. Cheese is opening a line of restaurants that is for adults? They're calling them Chuck's Arcade, and they're like capitalizing on like the nostalgia of long time aged out of being a kid, but still like Chuck E. Cheese fans. Yeah, it made me so happy to see it. I saw an article about it. Yeah, I'm so excited for it. I've been thinking adults should have more fun stuff like that to do forever. Yeah. Is this some sort of sister location? I saw someone make that exact same joke on Twitter today. It was just like, ho, 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 ho. Yeah. Bro, doesn't Dave and Buster's exist already? That's a different thing. That's an entirely different company. This way, though, we get to have the, like, Chuck E. Cheese with the man himself, Chuckster E. Cheezels. And we're gonna be able to go and like, as adults and stuff. And I think it's only for adults because they're gonna serve alcohol, so it's not for children, which makes me happy. Yeah, you can go to Dave & Buster's as an adult, but it's not Chuck E. Cheese. There's no Charles Entertainment Cheese there. That's different. Yeah. I'm surprised Chuck E. Cheese never did a collab with FNAF. I'll be honest, I think it's because it's competition or something. I don't know. Yeah, but I'm super excited. His name is Charles Entertainment Cheese. Yeah, I just said that. Yeah, I'm super excited for there to be more locations because I wanna go and play games and get mediocre pizza. Man, I heard that they replaced tokens with like game cards now. I understand why that's like more doable, more profitable, I suppose, than like having to haul around the tokens. But last time I went, they still had tokens, and man, the tokens are nostalgic. I kind of hope that they still have the tokens, even though they probably won't. Cause I wanna like pop 2 tokens into skee ball and play skee ball. If they have ball pits, then that's gonna be the best thing ever. Cause we can all go jump in the ball pits as adults. It's gonna be awesome. Yeah. I can't remember ever actually eating the pizza at Chuck E. Cheese. I was going too hard on the games. I eat the pizza very frequently. I have this memory from when I was like maybe like 6 years old. Where I was having my birthday party at Chuck E. Cheese, and I remember all my family and stuff was there, and the lady brought out the pizza, and when I was little, I used to decide like what slice I wanted, so I like went to like point at the slice, and my hand was like well above the pizza, right? Because I knew as a child not to touch hot pizza. Like, I might have been little, but I knew not to touch hot pizza. It just came out. Of course it's hot. So I had my hand like over the pizza, but like at a safe distance, and just pointed like, I want that one. But then the lady was like, oh no, honey, don't touch the pizza. You'll get burnt. And then I remember that any sort of confrontation would make me cry. So I started crying because of this random bitch who told me not to touch the pizza when clearly my finger was nowhere near the pizza to begin with. And how dare this lady assume just because I am little that I did not know not to touch the pizza. And I never forgot. I never forgot about it. You scarred me for life, lady. I was so embarrassed that I started crying at my birthday party. And if this lady had just said nothing at all, nothing would have happened because I was not going to touch the pizza. You probably thought she was being protective of you. No, she was being a controlling Karen, stepping in where her business was not needed. Yeah, I would go back to that location and track down this lady, like, several years later as an adult. And have the confrontation of a lifetime because of that one time she told me not to touch pizza. You and me, lady. Showdown in Chuck E. Cheese's. Where the kids should not be here if they don't want to get hit. It's Rebbi time! Yeah, the most traumatic experience. I hated when anything like that happened when I was little. I still kind of hate it, actually. If someone tells me, like, stand back for your safety, I want to be like, don't speak to me. I'm going to be replaying this event for the rest of the day in my head over and over about how what an idiot I was because you felt the need to tell me something. So just stand back, shut up, don't speak to me. And since that day, whenever someone offers Rebbi advice, she does the opposite. Nowadays, if someone tells me not to touch scalding hot pizza, I touch it out of defiance. My fingers have known heat that no other have ever known. Yeah, I have the strongest fingers this side of the earth. No, I will touch it. I will enjoy my pain, lady. I'm gonna go back there. I'm gonna go have another birthday party there. I'm gonna go back there and I'm gonna request that same lady. Even if she does not work there anymore, I'm going to request her. And she's gonna bring out the pizza. And I'm going to look her dead in her Karen eyes. Without breaking eye contact, just put my finger in the pizza. Because it's my birthday, and if I want to get third-degree burns on my finger from touching scalding hot pizza on my birthday, then that's what I'm gonna get! Nah! You can draw a direct line between that pizza lady and Rebbi Rompin becoming a VTuber. The trauma was just too great! Too great! Spite is a powerful motivator. Yeah, oh man, maybe I should have went and peed in the ball pit to get my revenge. I never was one of the children that would pee in the ball pit. Apparently that was a thing, is that children would pee in the ball pit. And I have to say that if any of us go to the adult Chuck E. Cheese, if we go to Chuck's Arcades, and they do have ball pits, let's maybe refrain from peeing in the ball pit for old time's sake. Yeah. How many times have you burnt the roof of your mouth with pizza sauce? Ooh. That actually has happened very frequently. Usually because I'll take a slice of pizza and then I'll blow on it to cool it down. But then I'm impatient. I don't want to wait that long to eat my pizza, so I'll eat it, even though it kind of burns my mouth. But it's yummy though. Yeah. Yeah. The last time someone told me not to touch something hot, I slapped my hand down on the hot lid of a grill. Yeah. Same, brother. Same. Yeah. You'll do it if the same woman was working there, though, won't you, Rebbi? Maybe. That'd be funny. We just invite everybody who was there that fateful day. Everyone returns to this location, to the table, to the very chairs that we were all sitting in. And when she brings out the pizza, I'm gonna look her dead in her eyes and just touch it. I still get that tender feeling in the top of mouth when I eat pizza. Yeah, I haven't burned my mouth on anything like that in a long time, but when I was a kid, I would be pretty impatient. Yeah, but it's not that bad because I would blow on it and would give it time to cool down. It just wasn't cooled down all the way, so I would kind of burn my mouth, but not that bad. I gotta go, Rebbi. It was nice catching a stream again. Thank you, Maya! Thanks for hanging with us. Have a great day! Yeah! Man, I feel kind of sad though, cause every year when I was little, my family used to have a tradition. Well, actually, when I was really little, we used to go to some like empty parking lot somewhere. I don't know what it was for, but it had like a bunch of like rocks and stuff in it, like small rocks all over the parking lot. And I remember we used to sit and watch like a fireworks show that my town would do all the time, or like every year for 4th of July. And we would park all our cars in a row, and we would open up the trunks, and we would just kind of like, some of the adults would have like chairs sitting out, but we would also sit and climb around in the different trunks and stuff. And I remember that my mom used to make like these little kebabs on like toothpicks, where you take like strawberry slices, blueberries, and those little miniature marshmallows, right? And you just make like little dessert kebabs. They're like bite-sized little dessert kebabs out of those 3 things. And they're pretty good. Yeah. I think I made them last year for 4th of July, but this time I forgot. So I don't have them. And I can't make them. Sad. Sad! Wow! But Trixie is Rebbi's guardian angel and has been right behind her every step of the way. I never asked for a guardian angel. I'm smart enough to survive without one. Ha! 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 Yeah. So therefore, they can get out. Yeah. Nah. Yeah, I kind of wish, I don't, actually, if I could go watch the fireworks show in that, like, parking lot with everybody again, I think I would, just because that's really nostalgic. But I don't need the fireworks. I just wish I had the food. The food would be nice. Yeah. Yeah. Get in the trunk, we're going to a party. Wait, what? Yeah! We'd park all the cars in a row. And then we'd open all the trunks, and we just kind of sit in the trunks, and some people would sit on, like, those little, like, lawn chairs and stuff. Not, like, camping chairs? I think the camping chairs are what they're called. Like, they're, like, outdoor chairs that you set up. So we bring a bunch of those and set them up. And then, yeah, we'd all just, like, watch the fireworks. We haven't done that in a long time, though. Sounds like you'd enjoy a drive-in theater. Yeah, I do like those. We used to go to one of those too when I was really little. I don't see a lot of them. They're not very common. But when I was little, there was a local one we used to go to all the time, and I enjoyed it. Yeah, I don't mind doing stuff in the car. It's kind of nostalgic. My Independence Day tradition is sitting inside with noise-canceling headphones trying to ignore the fireworks. Yeah, mood, because I don't like the loud noises either. I think when I was a kid, I liked fireworks more, but now I'm just like, no. I don't really like the loud noises. And I think fireworks are kind of overhyped now. Honestly, I think what I miss the most is just family tradition rather than the actual fireworks themselves. You know? It's fun having a tradition. It's fun having something that you do every year. I don't think I have any of those left, though. Except for maybe some food-related ones. Like, there are certain foods that my family would always make for, like, New Year's Eve. And I still try to make some of those whenever it comes down to, like, New Year's Eve. We make, like, the olive bread, and taco dip, and little hot dog wiener things cooked in barbecue sauce. All of those are really good. Get like one of those like charcuterie vegetable trays where you have like French onion dip or like a ranch based dip, and then you dip in the vegetables and eat them raw. Stuff like that. Yeah. Kind of sad how much time has changed since we were little. Yeah! Yeah. And my family always used to move around a lot too when I was little, so even when I was a kid, those traditions kind of stopped just because my family wanted to move around, like, a bunch of different places and stuff, you know? Yeah. I kind of wish we could have sat in one place and just enjoyed the traditions for longer. That would have been really fun. But I still try to continue the traditions where I can. Like, for New Year's this year, when it comes around, I want to make all the traditional dishes. Yeah. I want to make the taco dip. And the olive bread. Those are my number two most favorite things. Didn't you say your family lives in Australia? Nope. None of us have ever once been to Australia. I don't know where you got that information. But I do live across the country from them. Yeah, I miss roasting hot dogs over a campfire while watching fireworks with the family. That sounds so fun. I want to roast hot dogs over a fire too. Yeah, that would be fun. Yeah. Yeah, always good to hold on to those fun times and form new traditions. Yeah, I suppose I knew someone, like, had someone hanging around that was kind of a tradition person. I don't know. But, like, I don't have any family around where I am. Yeah. Yeah, if I had been able to buy my grandmother's house, then I would have been able to move closer to some family, because some of my family lives in that area. But I don't make enough money to be able to get it, so that probably won't be happening unless somehow miraculously the house stays on the market for a really long time, and then I'm able to get it, but probably not. Yeah, probably not. Maybe it would be right at home in Australia as a frog. I do want to go to Australia someday. I want to go and meet all the cool animals. Yeah. Rebbi lives in any nearby pond, lol. Yeah, I'm just in a pond. Yeah! My family does cabbage with pork and black-eyed peas every year, and I hate it. Have I had black-eyed peas? I don't know if I have. Cabbage with pork and black-eyed peas every New Year. And I hate it. I think... I might be going crazy here, I'm not sure. I think I remember hearing something about black-eyed peas being like a tradition for some people for New Year's. Wait a minute, I think my parents did make a dish like that one time for New Year's. With cabbage and black-eyed peas? I don't remember what it tasted like. Or what I thought of it. I think I remember they either told me that Black-Eyed Peas is a musical group. It's also a type of food. They're named after a food. The food came first, I think. I think I was at least told about that. I don't remember. I don't remember if they just told me about it or if they actually made the food that time of year, and that's that year around. And I don't know if they said it because they made it or if they just told me about it. I'm not sure. Hi, Shannon. Hi, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Yeah. As an adult, I live in a big city about half a mile from where they launch the fireworks. It's very loud and we give the cats sedatives. Yeah. I've thought before, like, you know, hey, maybe it might be cool to live in a city someday. But honestly, I always think about just like the general city life that I might not like so much because I've never lived in a city. I haven't even thought about like holiday traditions that the city might do. Yeah, that would be really loud. Ooh. But as a lifelong citizen, I can assure you Australia is very beautiful. Yeah, I want to visit Australia someday. I want to go meet all the cool animals because I think Australia has all the coolest ones. But yeah. I think four was my favorite holiday since before I could talk about a chemistry set and learn how to make fireworks as a kid. Different era, different world. Yeah, that sounds really cool. I think I'd be scared to make fireworks myself personally. Those are explosives. I've never once in my life handled explosives, so I have no idea how to safely do so. I wouldn't want to blow my hands off or my face off. Yeah, there's always a risk there. You gotta be careful. My family's New Year's tradition is getting blackout drunk. I'm good. I'll keep those brain cells intact. Yeah, I can't say that I'm super big fan of getting drunk. Well, I've never been drunk before. I have been tipsy once now though. When I was at Off-Kai. I got to meet up with some of my VTuber girls. I got to meet Bisma from BNU, and she made me a drink. Which normally I'm really hesitant to take drinks because I'm not a big alcohol person, but I had been told like Bisma makes the best drinks. So I decided, okay, yeah, she asked me if I wanted one, and I was like, yeah, sure, I'll try one. And this one actually wasn't disgusting. It was pretty good actually. Yeah, I don't know what all was in it. It tasted like soda, and it had like, coin for soju in it.
Thank you.
Yeah, soju. And it was pretty good. I only drank that one, cause, I don't want to drink a ton. And, you know, I finished it, so that way I could, like, I didn't want to be rude, so I finished it. And I did like it. It was pretty good. Yeah. And I think I got a little tipsy. I don't know. But I don't think I like the way it feels. Cause I remember feeling kind of dizzy. And I don't remember if I felt kind of sick. Maybe like slightly. Anything I felt was very slight cause it was not a ton of alcohol that I had. But I don't think it felt very good. I don't know. I just went to sleep and then woke up the next day and I was like, yep, okay. Back to normal. Yeah. Is she like twice your height? Yeah. She's pretty tall. Yeah. I've never been one to enjoy the idea of being drunk. I like my brain good, brain full. Yeah. I guess I can say, like, I drank enough to give it a try, like, being a little tipsy, but I don't think I'm a fan of it. And the drink was pretty good, but it still had some of that like alcohol flavor in it, like a little bit. It wasn't super strong. It was only a little bit. But I think while I did enjoy the drink, I would still prefer something that just doesn't have the alcohol in it, you know? Also, Rose, thank you for the $2 super. Sorry, Rebbi cosplaying as kangaroo. That'd be cute. Dressed up as a kangaroo in Australia. Then I might need to punch a kangaroo. Yeah. I'm, you know, I'm not really for animal violence or anything, but I kind of low-key do want to punch a kangaroo. It's on my bucket list. Not really. Well, I don't know, it'd be kind of cool to say I punched a kangaroo, but they're like really big and jacked. Have you seen how jacked some kangaroos can be? They're really big and jacked, bro. They got muscles. Whoa. I've never been drunk before, but I have felt a little dizzy once. Yeah, nah, I don't, I think if I don't even like how being tipsy feels, I don't think I would like how being drunk feels. And honestly, I'm kind of scared to indulge too much in something that I might get addicted to. I'm very, very conscious, and very conscious of the risk of like falling to addiction. I have, you know, seen like stories and stuff, people who fall to addiction. I really don't want that for myself. I'm kind of scared of it. So when it comes to anything that you could get addicted to, I'm just very much like, I don't want to, you know, nah. So like drinking, smoking, I've never once smoked anything in my life. That's one I think I'm gonna hold my guns to. I don't want to ever be drunk or drink a lot either, but like I think smoking is like, I definitely want to keep to my guns on that one. I'm not interested in trying a cigarette. I don't know what they taste like. I've heard they taste nasty and they burn a lot. That doesn't sound very pleasant. And also, I don't want to die. Yeah. Alcohol is technically a hard drug, yes. You mean hard drug? It can be. Yeah, you wanna, you know, if anyone's drinking, if anyone's drinking tonight, actually, if any of you guys are gonna be drinking tonight, just make sure you take care of yourself. Don't drink too much, okay? Make sure you got a ride home if you're gonna get drunk or anything. Yeah, maybe we'll be immortal. Well, I don't know, my grandfather who passed in the last couple of years, he was also a pretty heavy smoker, and I'm trying to remember what killed him. I think it was a kind of cancer. I don't know if it was related to his smoking. I can't remember. This was pretty recently. This was in the last couple of years. This was like last year. I don't know. But I definitely don't want to develop any problems. Yeah. Although, I feel though, like, because my grandfather was always a heavy smoker, I don't mind the smell of cigarettes. I know it depends on the brand. I don't know what brand he would smoke. I don't know. But there's certain cigarettes that smell like the ones that he used to smoke. And I don't mind smelling them because they remind me of him. So... It's kind of emotional. Yeah, I don't really get to smell it so much anymore because people who live around me, like, they don't really, if they do smoke, well, I don't know, I don't hang with my neighbors, I honestly don't know, but, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm kind of tearing up a bit. I miss my grandpa. Yeah, cigarette smell makes you kind of sick and headachy. I don't think it's good to inhale it. But it also depends on the cigarettes because they don't all smell the same. But the ones that smell like how he used to smoke, I don't mind those so much. Yeah. It feels kind of weird to say, I guess, but I think they remind me of him more than anything else. Cause I think the people that would smoke, I think with my family. They're kind of all on that side of the family and stuff, so yeah, I don't really associate that smell with anybody else. Yeah. Cigarette smoke is like wood smoke. It smells decent. Same for black powder. I like those scents. Oh yeah, wood smoke is also very nice. I like when I smell it because it kind of smells like a barbecue. I think that's wood smoke anyway. Maybe I'm smelling something else. Maybe someone actually is barbecuing and it's something else in the barbecue process is what I'm smelling. But I like when I smell barbecue stuff. You know, when someone's having like a cookout somewhere, and then you just like walk outside to go on a walk or something and just like, somebody's cooking. Yeah, I want to go cook. I want to go get like one of those little outdoor grills and just grill like some hot dogs or some burgers or something. Yeah, I want to go like make s'mores and stuff too. We used to make s'mores at my grandfather's house whenever we would go by, you know. Sometimes we'd have to cook out and we would make s'mores and stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway though, yeah. I wish you could improvise for barbecue. Ew. I don't know. Well, I say barbecue, but I really just mean grilling. Yeah, get one of those little grills. You know, the ones that you like to, like they have like at parks and stuff. Yeah. Man, they're kind of nostalgic to me too, because sometimes we would go have like birthday parties for some of my siblings at parks, like public outdoor parks, and they would have some of those grills, and sometimes we would use them to just make hot dogs and burgers for the party, and it's pretty cool. I haven't had any meat cooked like that in a long time though. Yeah. My grandparents are trying their hardest to quit smoking right now. I hope they're able to stick with it. I know it must be hard. It is hard. Once your body gets really used to something like that, it is hard to shake it. You can get like withdrawals and stuff, I've heard. I don't know. That's why I'm personally scared to get too close to anything that you could get addicted to. I don't want to deal with withdrawals. That sounds hard, you know? So, I just stick to my normal stuff. I do think I might have a little bit of a phone addiction. Cause I take my phone with me literally everywhere. I don't really like having it off my person. So I might be a little addicted to my phone, but I think I'm doing pretty well as far as like addiction goes. I think I'm doing pretty well. That would be the only thing I think. Yeah. and it's not so bad. Almost my whole family smokes. I was desensitized to it from a young age. Was bound to become a smoker at some point, although I don't smoke nearly as much as some do. As I think, well, I know it's something that's like, it's technically not good for you anyway, but I think as long as everything in moderation, right? Like, if you really, really want to, then as long as you don't do it so often. But also, I don't know. I'm not an expert on that stuff, so I don't know. I could be wrong about that. I'm not an expert on this sort of thing. Twilight, thank you for being Alpha Chapel for 2 home runs. Pop it. Pop it. Yeah. Yeah. Only addiction that's based is video game addiction. True. No, I think if I was actually addicted to video games too, that would be... I think a lot of parents like to throw out the words video game addiction because it's like, oh, you darn kids are always on your video games all the time, every day and stuff. But like, I think it is possible to actually be genuinely addicted to it and you just can't get away from it. Like, that's gotta be scary. I like video games a lot. I like to sit down and play for hours at a time. I don't get to do it so often anymore. I mean, I do it on stream a lot, right? Like, anytime we stream a game, I am playing games on stream. But it feels a little bit different when you do it on stream versus just sitting down and just playing a game in your spare time. You know, it feels a little bit different. I think it's because I'm engaging my brain in different ways, right? Because when I'm streaming, I'm constantly thinking of, like, what to yap about. And I'm like, I'm not just playing a game, I'm also managing a stream chat. And managing the stream itself. And making sure nothing goes wrong with my OBS. So there's, like, more to pay attention to. But if I just sit down and play a game in my spare time, then I can just get fully engrossed in the game. and what I'm doing. And it just feels really nice. It feels very different. But I do not often just sit down and play a game on my own anymore because I'm very busy. Being a content creator is a pretty full-time job. Honestly, I feel like I don't even do as much as I should be doing. I feel like there's more work that I could be doing, and I think there's a lot of other VTubers that are more proactive than I am. But which is also kind of sucks because I also feel like if I try to do too much, I get burnt out. Yeah, I don't know. It's just how it is though, you know? Yeah. Lung tissue heals very quickly, so if you only occasionally smoke, there's no risk, but it never stays occasional. Yeah, I don't want that for myself. Yeah, no thanks. No thanks. Yeah, I'm not addicted to video games, but the escape from reality that it gives me, books and movies have the same effect for me. Yeah, escapism is nice every now and then. Especially like if you might be going through something, or maybe you have like a job that just wears on you, but you can't really leave it yet. You gotta stick with it for a while, you know. I feel that. I feel that. That was me before I became a full-time VTuber, you know. Yeah. But, you know, as long as you're just taking care not to let anything go too far, everything in moderation, then you can enjoy a lot of things, and it won't necessarily become like a problem. Yeah, I love video games, but I can definitely put down the controller and do something else. Yeah, me too. I've really been enjoying, like, going out on walks and stuff. I like to go out. It's been kind of hot recently, but if you go later in the day, it's not too bad. I like to go just get like the fresh air and be out in nature. Honestly, I want to go on another walk today if I can. Although I guess there's gonna be a lot of fireworks later today. I don't want there to be fireworks. I just want to go on a quiet walk. I feel like I'm complaining like such an old person. I have a hard time enjoying video games as much as I used to these days. Maybe I played too much back in the day and got burnt out. Or I'm just so focused on things going on in life. It can be a lot of things, you know. Some people, their tastes just naturally change as you get older, so maybe you're just not interested anymore. It could be that you just have a lot going on and can't really afford much consideration to gaming to begin with, at least while you're doing stuff. And then, yeah, maybe you could also just burn yourself out, you know? I don't think I would ever burn myself out on video gaming as a whole, but I've definitely burned myself out on certain games. I don't know. But I feel like no amount of burnout has ever been as bad as my burnout for certain foods. Because there are a couple of foods that I ate so much when I was a kid that I just feel permanently burnt out on them. Pizza rolls come to mind. Not by my own choice, but my parents made pizza rolls so many times for my siblings because they were pickier eaters than I was. That pizza rolls were like a cheap, easy thing to do for dinner a lot of the time. I got tired of eating those. I'm permanently just burnt out on pizza rolls. I don't think they're that great. And it's like, bleh. Bagel bites are much better in my opinion. It's a shame they cost more. And you can get a big bag of pizza rolls for much cheaper than, you know, you don't get as many for bagel bites and they're more expensive, so it's a shame because I like those a lot better. I like those a lot more. I really like bagel bites. I don't like pizza rolls that much. I try to go outside for at least a few hours every day. Good for my mental health. Wow, you're doing better than I am in that regard. Alex, I like to go outside, but there are some days I don't go outside at all. I just stay home all day. I don't really need to go out anymore now that I work from home. So when I do go out, it's kind of just when it's like a free time thing, you know? Why not just go for dino nuggies? I would if I could, but you know, when your parents have the money and they're not base enough to get dino nuggies. Well, maybe it's a good thing, because maybe I would have gotten burnt out on the dino nuggies instead. I don't know, maybe. When I get burnt out, I just revisit the classics. Ooh, like what? Yeah, I want to play some games that I used to play in my childhood again. You know what game I really want to play that I have not played in so long? The original Luigi's Mansion. I had a copy of that game on the GameCube when I was really little. But but it got way too scratched up to play. Like, you'd be lucky if it went to the main menu, and even if it did, it would not go any farther than that. But most of the time, it wouldn't even go to the main menu. It was, like, rare to get that far. And I have not played that game in so long. But I remember that was always my favorite Luigi's Mansion game. And if I were to play it now, like, man, it'd be so nostalgic. I wonder how much of the game I would remember. I think I remember a good bit of it. And I remember I was really scared of a specific ghost. It was, oh, it was the Nutcracker dudes in the attic. I was terrified of them. So whenever I did play, I would only play up to the point that you had to do that part. Because they're like a mandatory ghost. You cannot skip them. Some ghosts are skippable. You don't have to get them all, but that one is mandatory. So I would play as far as the game would let me up until I got to that part. And then I would just never play again. I think I would like reset my file maybe to play again, but I would never play past that part. When you go for walks, I recommend putting some weights in a backpack or a weight vest. Running with just like 10 to 20 extra pounds does a surprising amount of work putting your body. Really? That's a pretty good idea, I think. Yeah, I want to do more exercising. I think especially right now because of my illness, I haven't been eating like a ton. So I've kind of just like naturally been at like 1 meal per day. Sometimes that's just like those like rice bowls that don't have the rice where I replace it with spinach. Yeah. Which everyone was so uppity in the comments about that being a salad. I think the reason I call it that is because I've worked a lot in the food business. And if you were to order a rice bowl with a substitution, that doesn't magically change the category of what you're ordering. It doesn't magically say like, okay, now you're ordering a salad in the system. No, it's a rice bowl with a substitution. So that's kind of just how I categorize it in my head, you know? Yeah, you're not salad? Yeah. Everyone gets so uppity about being correct about a food. But to me, I'm following a specific recipe and substituting it out. So it's a rice bowl with no rice, with spinach instead. You know, it makes sense when I stop to explain it, but I don't always want to stop to explain it. Bleh. What do you think of Mega Man? I've never played Mega Man. I don't really have any thoughts on it. I had a movie like that. I watched it so many times. At one point, the tape was stretched in pieces and didn't play properly. At least for you, it came from love, though. Mine wasn't that I played the game so much it got scratched up. It was because my little sister who wanted to play the GameCube did not realize that putting the games down on the very scratchy entertainment center was going to damage them. Yep, Luigi's Mansion's not the only game that happened to. Wind Waker on the GameCube, also had that happen to it. So, for a long time I also wasn't able to play Wind Waker. But we did end up getting another copy at some point, like years later after not being able to play Wind Waker for the longest time. We finally got another copy on the GameCube. And then a week later, Wind Waker HD for the Wii U was announced. My dad had entered like an auction and everything to get a GameCube copy of Wind Waker. And then literally 1 week later was when Wind Waker HD was announced. And I was just like, bruh. It was really funny. Do you remember Ribbit King for GameCube? No, I've never heard of that ever. I had a very, very sheltered childhood growing up, so like I don't know a lot of games that were on the GameCube. I probably do not have the expansive knowledge that you guys have, which probably honestly isn't even that expansive. I don't think I even have a normal person's amount of knowledge for GameCube games. I only know the games that my family had. It was a golfing game with frogs. Yeah, I've never heard of it. Yeah. I'm really hoping that they'll add Luigi's Mansion to the Nintendo Switch 2 online. with the GameCube games, because I really think I have, like, they remade that for 3DS. I have a copy of that, but I've never opened it. I've had a copy of it for years. I've never opened it though. It feels weird playing it on the 3DS. It doesn't feel like a handheld game. It feels like a console game. So if they would put it on the Switch, I would be very happy about that. Rose, pink hair giant, welcome to Childbro. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah. Did anyone used to do toothpaste trick for scratch disc? I think I remember hearing about that because I used to Google how to fix the disc, but I never actually tried to fix it because I was so worried about messing it up. Which I guess I honestly had nothing to lose, honestly, because they were already broken. But I didn't want to make it worse, so I never did try to fix them. Yeah. Growing up, my entertainment center was covered in flipped over game discs because I was too lazy to put them away, but I was smart enough to put them with the label side down. Yeah, my little sister did not do that. My little sister did not do that. Honestly, my little siblings in general were not that careful with game consoles. The GameCube itself eventually developed a problem. And I'm pretty sure, it could just be from old age, but I'm pretty sure it's because I saw one of my other little sisters. She would pull the GameCube out, open the disc tray, put her feet on the back, and pull on the disc tray. She used to do that. And I was just like, what are you doing? I would get so mad every time I caught her doing that. It's like, bruh, stop doing that. I'm so protective over electronics, like you have no idea. But, like, no! Why? I don't know why! I don't know why she started doing that. Kids be monkey. Honestly, if I had to make a guess as to why, it was probably just one of those things like, okay, I think some of my siblings, none of us are tested, but I think some of my siblings for sure have ADHD or like autism. And if I had to make a guess based on why she would do that, it probably was one of those things where your brain comes up with it and they're like, and your brain is like, ooh, it would be like sensorily satisfying to do this thing. Oh yeah, I want to fulfill this weird thing that my brain came up with. I get that too myself for certain things. But, like, it's not always a good thing to actually go fulfill it, because it depends on what it is. And if I had to make a guess, that's what it would be, is that she wanted to do that, and it just would do it. But it's like, you're gonna damage the GameCube. I don't know if that's actually why the GameCube had, like, problems. I don't know if it actually affected the GameCube, or if it just developed problems, because it got older. Like, it could have been that. Like, I think it was a disc reading error. Like, the laser on it wasn't working so well anymore, or something. I don't know. I think it was a laser problem. I don't know if it was because she would pull on the disc tray or if it was just naturally going to happen, but yeah. Either way though, you don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah. Was there someone at Offcut with a Rebbi happy? I thought I saw someone walk by with one on. If they are, then that's news to me. Someone might have had one custom made, maybe. I've never made any happies. I know Pia has a lot of them. Pia has a lot of fans who wear them. Coin for fun. Yeah. Thank you. That sounds like how my family's Wii would run Bakugan Battle Brawlers. We'd run around the stadium, but if we tried to go into the front, you crashed the game. Yeah, I kind of like that. Yeah, with the Luigi's Mansion disc. Which also Bakugan! I love Bakugan. Burst. Burst, thank you for the $5 super. Hi Rebbi, have you ever thought of playing Undertale or Deltarune? And what's your favorite frog Pokemon? Ooh, I actually just got a question very similar in one of my Maros. I have seen playthroughs of Undertale, so I do know the game for that one, although I've never played either of them. Deltarune I actually don't know so well. I've thought about playing Deltarune on the channel, but I'm kind of hesitant to, because I've seen people like get pushed out of playing it, like Jacksepticeye for example, announced he was not going to be playing it anymore because people are really controlling about it. Because for anyone who doesn't know, Undertale and Deltarune are choice-based games where the way, I don't know so much about Deltarune, but at least Undertale, the way you choose to like go about fighting in the game it can change what ending you get, and it's very touchy. It's very touchy about it. Like you make one mistake, you can get locked out of an ending. So people can be really backseaty about it. and they'll get mad at you for making the wrong decisions or just like having a normal playthrough. I remember Markiplier stopped playing his playthrough of Undertale a long time ago because of that. And then also Jacksepticeye recently announced that he would not be playing Deltarune anymore because people were doing that. And I don't know. I had some people do that to me when I played Dark Souls, which I think Dark Souls is more notorious for it. I think that's more like you're gonna get it more, I think, for that game rather than like Undertale or Deltarune. Maybe, I think. I'm not so sure. I don't follow Undertale and Deltarune fandoms like super closely. But I remember that same sort of thing happened to me when I played Dark Souls, and it kind of turned me off of continuing, not gonna lie. That's why we've not had another Dark Souls stream. Yeah, between the backseating in my chat, and then also some like hate messages I got in Maros about how I was playing, I was just like, this is stupid. Is this really worth it? Meh. I decided I was just gonna go with the flow, and if I ever feel like playing it, I might still pick it back up. But I've just been feeling like playing other games for now, you know. So yeah, I'm really not certain, cause I really like Undertale. I feel like I'd like Deltarune a lot too, but if people came in here and started like giving me trouble about it, it'd be like meh. Like I don't want to deal with that. As for my favorite frog Pokemon, probably Poliwrath. I like Poliwrath. Yeah, Seismitoad is also pretty fun, but I think Poliwrath is my favorite. Yeah, that's silly because the whole point of a Let's Play is to see how someone else plays a game. Yeah, but there's a lot of people. I agree with you, but sadly there's a lot of people who like, they maybe want to see someone's reaction to a very specific thing. So if they miss something or if they're doing something wrong, then, you know, then the creator gets told off about it. Yeah, it's bleh. It's bleh. It's just bleh. I know someone who played the whole game before uploading any of the videos. Obviously, that doesn't work for live play. Yeah, no. Well, honestly, even if you're doing like a Let's Play, like if you do it that way, then that's actually a very good way to do it. Because like if you're doing it that way, then yeah, this like makes it impossible for someone to backseat how you're playing because you've already got the entire game played and you've already got the entire thing recorded. But if you're doing it live streaming or doing it just like episode by episode videos, like Let's Play series are typically handled, then it can get to you a bit. Yeah, I like Poliwrath because he's just Poliwhirl but mad. I feel like he doesn't get enough love. I think he's really funny, and I like him because I know Chuck, Gym Leader Chuck, has one, and it's kind of just like funny association. But every time he would try to use Focus Punch, but then I'd intercept the attack and it would fail all the time. For anyone who doesn't know, there's a Pokemon move called Focus Punch. It's a move where it takes 2 turns to use it. So when you first use it, it'll say the Pokemon is readying their focus. Their focus cannot be interrupted or the attack will fail. So if you get hit by a physical attack in the next turn before you can actually land the punch, then it'll fail and just won't do anything at all. So Gym Leader Chuck in like Heart Gold, Soul Silver, or just Gold and Silver versions is really easy to fight despite being one of the like mid-range gym leaders because he likes to try to spam Focus Punch, and it's really easy to just make him not even hit you for most of his turns because he's really insistent on using it. I think it's really funny because it's a a Poliwrath. Poliwrath I think is the one he has that uses it. It's really funny. Yeah. Yeah. Tapo like Tapo. Who would have guessed, love? I mean, I was asked what my favorite like frog Pokemon is. Yeah, I don't know. I remember someone was like a little disappointed on Twitter when I listed out my Pokemon team. Their question was a little bit different. It wasn't about frog Pokemon. It was just what would be my ideal Pokemon team if I could like pick one. And I think I said I would go with Natu, Cryogonal, Stakataka, Crocodile, Poliwrath, and there was one more. Who else was it? I can't remember. I basically just picked a bunch of my favorite Pokemon. Let me look at the marathon. Let me see. Marathon? Where is it? The marathon. Pokemon. Oh, Durant! Durant was the last one I picked. Yeah, Natu, Craggle, Stakataka, Durant, Crocodile, and Poliwrath was my picks. Yeah, and they were a little sad that I didn't pick Froakie. And I was just sitting there like, you expected me to pick Froakie. I mean, Froakie is okay, but I actually, like, Froakie's line, I like it, but it's not one of my favorites. It's too hyped. It's too overly hyped, I think. Any Pokemon that gets an insane amount of love, like, it has to, like, resonate with me on a more personal level, because I don't tend to like the things. Honestly, if something is too popular, it kind of makes me dislike it a little bit. I don't know why. It feels kind of weird to have that, but yeah, like, if it's too popular, then I'm just kind of here like, it becomes like the typical choice. So, all my favorite Pokemon are like the ones that don't get loved as much. I think if I had to pick a Pokemon that I do like that actually is popular and does get a fair amount of like love, then it would be Raichu. I do like Raichu a lot. Although I think that's still like the least popular of the Pikachu evolution line. So my taste just I like rarity. I like things that are underappreciated. You know? Yeah. Yeah. The kid mindset, lol. It hits hard, so use it. Yeah, I could see Focus Punch being really hard if you're doing like double battles, or if you actually have like a battle strategy and you're trying to like raise stats and stuff, then Focus Punch will probably be really hard for you. But if you're like me, where you just try to hit everything, like literally the strat for Chuck is just hit it. Teamsicle, thank you for the 10 supers. Or supers, bleh. Memberships, not supers, bleh. The 10 memberships, thank you. Man, if someone just sent 10 supers, that'd be a lot. Thoughts on Mewtwo and Charizard? They're both fine, but they're also both overly popular. So, yeah. What are your thoughts on Breloom? That's the Pokemon I love that doesn't get super popular. I like Breloom. Breloom's pretty cool. Reminds me of Pokepark. I really like Pokepark. Well, I want to play Pokepark. Yeah, Pokepark. That would be super, super cool. Sigh, 10 supers coming up. You don't have to send 10 super chats. Yeah. Pokepark's great. Yeah, I love Pokepark. Pokepark's awesome. I actually never finished Pokepark 2. I started playing it, but I never actually like finished it. Well, thank you for the dollar super. Thank you, thank you. You're not actually sending 10 of them, are you? My team in any Pokemon game usually just ends up being the first 5 Pokemon I catch plus started, and I just keep them the whole game. Whoa. Yeah, I remember when I was little, I actually used to not like using the PC system in Pokemon. I didn't like having Pokemon that I couldn't keep with me. So there were a couple of times I would plan out in advance what Pokemon I wanted and would only catch 6 and no others. And it would like include like the legendary Pokemon and like the starter and like like a flying Pokemon. Oh my god, you don't actually have to send 10 super chats! Thank you! Ross, thank you for the $2 super 10. We don't actually have to send them really. Thank you for the supers. Thank you for the $2 super. Pokemon Geek, any argument is valid. Pokemon is really fun. Honestly, all of my favorite Pokemon games are the spin-offs. Like, the mainline games are fun. I do like them. But all of my favorite ones are the spin-offs. Because I really like Pokepark 1 and 2. And then I like Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky is just, that is actually peak. Like, that is, I think, some of the best storytelling that Pokemon has ever done. And it makes me sad that that game was not more popular because, like, you know, I very commonly see people, they'll be commenting, like, they'll see, like, a clip on Twitter or something, and it's, like, a spoiler, like, end-of-game clip, and they're asking, like, what game is this? And I'm like, you know, it's not normally me who answers. Usually it's, like, someone else going, like, oh, it's Explorers of, like, Darkness Time Sky. And I'm just here, like, it is, but you're watching a very spoilery scene right now!
Thank you.
But, oh my god! You know, I actually have to send 10! Wait, thank you for the soup! Thank you for the soup! I love Mystery Dungeon games. Yeah, if anyone here has not played Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky, go play it because, like, it's a masterpiece. It's one of my favorite games. It's awesome. And I truly think it's one of the best Pokemon has ever had. And it's, anyone is missing out if they haven't played it.
Thank you.
Yeah. I still catch on the Pokemon, but just for HM slaves. I feel sad about that. I don't think I've ever had just an HM slave Pokemon. Or if I did, well, I don't know. I would still treat them as a part of my team when I was little. You know? Yeah. Explorers of Sky had like Zelda level storytelling. Yeah, it was really, really good. It makes me cry at the end every time. Even when I know what's going to happen, because it's very emotional. Team Circle, thank you for the super. Thank you for the supers. Wait, how many has that been? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8! What?
Thank you.
What? Why? Thank you for the $5 soup. Bobby, you really don't have to send 10 no. I know you're going to though. I know you're going to. Now you're just dedicated.
Coin for
Thank you for the $10 soup. Thank you. Never doubt Team Circle. I'm never doubting this man ever again. Their word is there.
Coin for Frank. Thank you.
Thank you for the $20 super. Thank you for the 10 supers. We got like a reverse rainbow going on here. With the super chat colors. It looks like a reverse rainbow. Yeah, rainbow. Actually, I found out recently, apparently some people actually will try to do that with like super chat messages. They'll try to like make an uninterrupted rainbow by sending a bunch of super chats at different amounts and just make like a rainbow in the chat. I was like, wow, that's kind of fun. I didn't realize that was a thing. It's probably been a thing for a really long time, but I only recently found out about it, like in the last week or so. I was like, whoa, chat rainbows. I didn't know that that was a thing. Ah, my nose is itchy. Yeah. I also recommend playing Pokepark as well. But Pokepark is definitely more... It's not really emotional. It's not really like a hard-hitting story experience. It's more... I think it's more like a child-friendly game. But it's really cute and it's really fun. And if you want like a chill experience where you can play as the Pokemon themselves, I really like getting to play as the Pokemon. I don't necessarily want to be a Pokemon trainer. I want to be the Pokemon. They should just make like a mainline game. Well, I mean, it would still be a spin-off. It wouldn't be a mainline game. But I want them to make a Pokemon game where you play as a Pokemon and they like put more resources into it. Like, right? Like the level of quality and marketing that you see of a mainline game. I would really, really, really like to see that. Yeah. Rip wallet. Hello, you sent me so much. I hope it's okay for you to send that much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, it's like Channel or Hey You Pikachu. Yeah, Yeah. Oh, I remember seeing someone play Hey You Pikachu back in the day. Someone on YouTube. I never had that game myself. Nah, let's chunk it. I know, but it's so many. It's so many all at once. It feels like so much. Oh, thank you. I was not expecting that. Thank you. Oh. So I had to burp, but it kind of went away. Yeah. But if we're talking about rainbows, after I was just watching Rebbi's Gay Frogs parody earlier. Yeah, that song's a banger. Yeah, I'm really happy how that one turned out. Speaking of songs, I also just released a new cover yesterday. Surprise! Yesterday! Yeah. Hi, Dino Dad! Hi! Welcome to chat for Dino Dad. Thank you. Howdy! I saw all your posts during Skittles concert. It was really funny. I knew there was gonna be at least one intermission, but I didn't think there was gonna be like several. Oh, I still need to get some concert merch. The Skittle has like concert merch, but I still need to get some. Yeah. Pokepark 3 when? I would love if they announced the Pokepark 3. Both Pokepark games did really well, and they still have like a lot of love and stuff for them. So like, I would love if they made a Pokepark 3, but honestly, I'm not expecting it at this point anymore. Like, when did Pokepark 2 come out? Because I remember when seeing like the commercials for that back in like, what, 2012? Like, that was a while ago. I'm old. Oh well. That cover was wonderful. Thank you. I consider it one of my best covers. Yeah. I finally remembered to sign up. Yeah. Now you're part of the Tadpole crew. Yeah. And you can join us for racing tomorrow because we got Mario Kart 8 member stream tomorrow. We're gonna be racing with all the Tadpoles. Yeah. Jeez, did Bob make Pokepark or something? I know, right? It's like, it feels like that. It feels like that, you know? Yeah. Bleh. Yeah. Also, I could do with another Mystery Dungeon game as well. Wait, actually, speaking of Mystery Dungeon, I actually have a Mystery Dungeon game. Like, I have a physical copy of it, and I've not played it. Like, I keep forgetting about it. I have the one for Switch. I have a copy of it, the one for Switch. It got remade. It was like Red Rescue Team and Blue Rescue Team, I think. It got remade for Switch, I think. I've never played it. I think it's like still in the packaging. We should play that sometime. But that's another series game, and I want to get some of the series out of the way before I like start it. But yeah. Pokemon 3 would be such a nice way to familiarize myself with the new gens that I haven't been keeping up with. Yeah, it would be awesome! Because I remember when Pokemon 2 came out, the most recent gen was Unova. Like, Gen 5. That's when Pokemon 2 came out. Gen 5. So there's been like 4 other gens since then. There's a lot of Pokemon that we can include. Meh. You know, I think it would be kind of cool is if they took some of the things from Mystery Dungeon and also some of the things from Pokepark and kind of like mishmash them together in their own game. So you can like do the personality quiz at the beginning and get your Pokemon, but then it's like a 3D environment as a Pokemon, like Pokepark. Not top down like Mystery Dungeon, but like Pokepark. But then maybe you can have like quest taking in certain maps and stuff. Kind of like Mystery Dungeon. Just not in Mystery Dungeons. I don't know. I feel like I might be cooking cute, but maybe it's not that great of an idea. I don't know. Just kind of taking different pieces of both and making a new game with it. You know, it's basically like Pokepark, but like with some Mystery Dungeon stuff in it. That'd be cool. Yeah, Gen 5 is the best story. I did really like the story for Gen 5, Black and White. Yeah, they're really, really great. Yeah, I don't like that with movies. I have so many still sealed. Yeah, I know, I have so many movies I have to watch too. Chat, why am I being cute? I'm not cute. It's actually just a hallucination. Yeah, it's all an illusion. Ah! Most recent Pokemon game I played was Sword and Shield. Oh, I did play Sword. I had a Sword version. I really like Sword. Even though the story doesn't really hit so hard like previous games, my favorite thing to come out of Sword and Shield was the gym leader music. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's like undisputed. Nothing else comes close. My favorite thing to come out of Sword and Shield was the gym leader music. It slaps! It slaps harder than the gym leader music of any other gen, at least in my opinion. And that's like the #1 best thing that came out of it. Like, I would play Sword again just to hear the gym leader music. It was awesome. It was amazing. Yeah. Hear me out. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, but with World of Warcraft gameplay, and there's a social hub where you can hang out and play minigames with other players, then group up for hard dungeon. Maybe. I never got to play World of Warcraft, so I don't know too much about the gameplay. Actually, it's kind of nostalgic to me. My dad used to play World of Warcraft way back when. He used to play it. I used to sit and watch him. So I remember if you died, you had to like go back to where you died and find your body and stuff. I remember that was, I guess that's kind of standard for a lot of games now, but I remember it stood out to me a lot when I was little because it was the first game I saw with that mechanic. I didn't have any other games that had that mechanic. Oh. So I remember that. And I remember my dad used to tell me, like, when you get older, we can make you a character, we can play together. And I was like, yeah, yippee! And then he stopped playing it, then he stopped playing video games altogether, and then he got too busy to spend time with me, and then we never did. So, now I still play games by myself. So I still have not played World of Warcraft. But I've heard it's not as good as it used to be. I've heard it's gone downhill a lot since then, so... I don't know. I don't know. I see the baby bird today. Let's go! Yeah! Thank you for saving the baby bird. Yeah. Liar, Dad. Law. I know. I was looking forward to growing up and playing World of Warcraft with them. But oh well. World of Warcraft with a parent back in the day sounds like peak bonding. Yeah, it would have been really cool. It would have been really cool, but we just didn't get to. I don't know, I'd be fine playing other games too, but well, I mean, I don't even live near my parents anymore. I don't live near any family. It's actually one of my goals is to be able to possibly move a little bit closer to them at some point. Move closer to family. You know, I mean, I like some things about where I live, but I spend all my time at home because I have no friends or family here, so you've out-gamered your dad. Yeah, he used to be a big gamer. Actually, I think the reason I love gaming as much as I do is because of him. Because he used to sit down with the N64 and the GameCube, and he would play, like, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Super Mario 64. I remember him playing Super Mario Sunshine. I remember when he started Twilight Princess. I remember when we beat Wind Waker together. Well, by together, I mean him. He beat it. But I still remember the first time I saw the credits play for Wind Waker. That's one of my oldest memories, actually. Because he used to sit and play, and I would watch. And that was our way of playing games together. Was just, I would watch. Family is important. It's... Yeah. My opinions on family are kind of skewed. I do, for as much as I'm talking about like some good memories, I don't have the best relationship with my parents. It's gotten a little bit better after I moved out, but there is a lot of hurt and stuff in there, so, yeah. That's part of why I moved away, actually. Moved so far away. Well, actually, the only reason I moved this far away is because, I needed to get away. And my roommate was my online friend at the time, and then she was just like, hey, yo, my roommates are moving out. Do you want to move in? And I was like, heck yeah, girl! And then I moved across the country to come out here. Yeah. But, yeah, I want to move back closer to family. If it's not to my parents, then maybe some other family. I don't know. Cause my family's kind of scattered a little bit around the country, different spots and stuff. So I'd like the chance to get to move closer. The problem is just money. Cause I don't know, I make enough that I can live comfortably for now. And I can be a full-time streamer, which I'm super grateful for. I'm super grateful for. And I'm so grateful every day. Why not just said that like 3 times? But I really am grateful every day for how much Frumbles give me. Also, thank you everybody for like all your support every day. It really means the world to me. Yeah, I get to be a full-time streamer and I get to hang with you guys. And my job is literally just talking and playing video games. So I feel pretty lucky. Yeah. But it's not quite enough yet that I can like afford to buy my own house and get to move closer to like my family and stuff. Yeah. So actually, that's why I think that's one reason why I mentioned both in a members stream recently and also in the Twitter space, just because I didn't have a chance yet to talk about it on like a public stream. But I mentioned being more open to like job opportunities within the VTuber sphere if they were to present themselves. I think a big reason as to why I've kind of changed my mind on that a bit more recently is just that I was not able to buy my grandmother's house. She passed away and her house went up for sale and I wasn't able to buy it because I don't make enough money. And it made me really sad to have to give up on that opportunity because I was the last person who could have kept it in the family, and I wasn't able to take it. I felt like I felt short. Like I fell short. Not because of anybody else, but just like, you know, like man, maybe like I could have been working harder. I could have maybe like had more projects in the works. I could have done more. Sometimes I even wonder if maybe like sometimes I even wonder if maybe taking my IP back in the day, like a few months ago, way back in the day, back in January. Wonder if that would have been like the right move. I don't know. I've kind of been beating myself up about it a little bit. Just feeling sad that I wasn't able to like jump on that opportunity. So it kind of made me feel like, you know, I'm still really picky about what opportunity I would take because we don't really have a lot of great like I don't know, there's not very many agencies that I would trust personally right now for myself. And like I would really need to make sure that it's an opportunity that would like be for the betterment of me and my community. I don't want to just take anything. You know. So it's hard to say if that would even happen just because of my own limitations for what I would accept for myself, but like if there was an opportunity like that presented, then I would consider it. That's kind of where I am right now. I've been kind of updating everybody just so that way if it did happen, it's not like blindsiding Frumbles so much, since I had talked previously about like, oh no, like maybe someday in the future, but I have no plans to do that right now, and I'm happy just being an indie and this is where I want to be. I still am happy being an indie. I still have been having a great time. That's still true. That hasn't like changed at all. But also, I want to take further steps in my career. I've had time to process like the stress and stuff from my previous employment. And I want to be able to take those steps if, you know, yeah. I want to be able to upgrade my personal life and my living situation. I want to be able to like become a homeowner and stuff like that. So if the chance did pop up, I'd consider it. Not a guarantee that I would take anything, but I would at least consider it and see what's on the table and maybe make a decision based on that. Yeah. So, yeah. that's been like a big thing for me. It's just, yeah. I don't know, it feels like a big thing. I mean, nothing's going on behind the scenes right now. I'm not in talks with anybody right now, but it feels like a big thing. As whenever it comes to my career and stuff, even if it's just simply changing my mind on how I feel about something, it always feels like a big deal to me. Yeah. Yeah, just putting the thoughts together for that sort of thing is important. Yeah, I'm just in the headspace for it. Yeah. So I don't know if anything will like come of that, but that's just where I am right now. You have such a nice voice for the job. Thank you! Thank you. Yeah. It's kind of hard to afford a house with the current cost of living anyway. Yeah, it is. I think in this case, I felt especially sad about it because it wasn't like a super expensive house. Like, it was not that far out of my price range. It just was out of it, but not by that much. So it felt like, you know, I had considered everything. I had considered all my options. I even considered like, could I do like a donathon to, like, is there any amount of money that if I had this amount of money, it would help push me towards this house? Could I do a donathon for it? But the amount of money that I would need is in the thousands, and I did not want to ask for that much money. So, like, yeah, it would have been a good bit. So I decided to simply do nothing! And I hope that was the right decision. I don't know, I've been second guessing myself a lot on decisions like that. That's very helpful of you. But yeah, I mean, unless it's like an emergency situation or something I really need, like, I try not to ask Frobbles for too much money. I mean, Frobbles have already helped me buy so much. The whole reason that I even have my Rebbi model right now is because Frobbles helped me fund it, like, earlier in the year. So, like, Frobbles have already given me a lot. Oh, and also, like, asset money, because I remember I had, like, a money goal on my throne for assets to, like, buy my pond house, like, to pay for, like, my starting... Well, actually, no, I made my starting screen. Wait, no, I didn't make it. I made the ending screen. Yeah, the ending screen was originally gonna be my starting screen. I'm getting confused. But, yeah, like, all the little assets and stuff that we have, you know. Frobbles have already given me a lot. And not to mention, Frobbles have also been, like, really supportive with, like, merch releases and stuff, too. Which, I try not to release too much merch at once, because, again, like, I don't want to overwhelm anybody with too much merch. And I don't want it to seem like I just want money. You know? I wanna help grow our community in a nice, supportive, organic way. And that means, like, stuff on my part, too. So I'm always trying to consider and not be too greedy. Yeah, donathon for the down payment on a house. I thought about it because I was I felt really desperate for this opportunity. I really didn't want to pass it by, but again, it was a lot of money, and I ultimately decided not to, but, like, it was something that I had thought about. Yeah. We do it because we care about the VTuber space and what it can bring to everyone. That's a really nice sentiment. Yeah, I think that's a good motive. Yeah, I hope motive is the right word. Is that the right word? Idea? Mindset? Good one of those words, whatever word fits the best. Yeah. Do what my uncle does, live in a car. I don't think I can do that. I don't know if my PC will fit in a car. Yeah, also, that'd be a huge downgrade. I mean, my house might be pretty crappy, but I'm in a rental house, if anyone didn't know. And it might be kind of crappy, but I got a roof over my head. And while it can get really hot inside the house during the summer, I'm protected from the rain and stuff, you know. And I might have a lot of roommates in the form of spiders that live in my window. But it could be worse. It could be worse, you know. Yeah. My parents moved recently and their realtor said whenever someone misses out on a house, they usually end up finding one they like more later. That is true, yeah, there always will be more houses. I was just sad because, like, this was my grandmother's house. And we used to go and celebrate, like, Christmas and Easter there every year. Like, there's so many memories. It was really sentimental to me, and I was really, really hoping that I would have the chance to be able to buy it. I mean, maybe that chance will pop up, or I don't know. I don't expect to be able to, I don't expect to be able to have to buy it, you know. I would have to, like, need that money, like, like now, and I don't have that money right now. How are you doing today? Doing good, Noah. Thanks for asking. Hope you're also doing fantastic. Yeah. Now, I'm Australian, so spiders are pretty normal for me, though. Yeah. Well, I always get spiders in every house that I live in, but the one I live in right now just gets like a lot more than I've ever had before. You know, just for the lottery, easy. Yeah, let's solve all my problems. I can buy literally everything I want. And my family had to give up on Grandma's house after she passed away. She was the original owner until then. Yeah, it's so sad to have to say goodbye to something that's been like in the family for so long. Like, my family has had that house for a really long time, too. I don't know if my great-grandmother's parents were, like, the original owners, but they have been in possession of the house for a long time. So it's a shame to have to say goodbye. You know? Have you ever played a musical instrument? I used to be able to play ocarina. I have a piano, an ocarina, and a flute, but I can't say I play any of them pretty fluently now. I'm very rusty. Yeah. My parents almost bought my great-grandma's house a number of years ago, but it was in a small town hours away from where we live, so it wouldn't have been viable. Yeah. It's sad, but sometimes that stuff just doesn't work out not like that. Yeah, this is how it is. Honestly, I've been feeling like that even now. Because like I'm wanting to take those bigger steps for my community and for my career. But it feels like opportunities are like really slim, and the ones that I do feel would be like, I mean, I can't like say for certain without like reading contracts and like actually talking to people, but the few that I feel like I would maybe be comfortable taking are also like hard to get. So I kind of feel, I've kind of been feeling stuck all day actually. Well, actually getting a yap with Framos has really helped cheer me up a lot. Because I've been feeling like stuck all morning as far as like my career. I want to take the big steps and I want to do the big things. But, unless you're like already a pretty big indie yourself, sometimes it feels like the big things require shaking the right hands. And I am not anywhere near those hands for me to be able to shake them. You know? So it's like, yeah, I've actually been thinking like, if I had bought the previous IP, would things have been easier? Would things have been a little bit different? I've been kind of wondering. But I don't think I could have at the time. I don't think it was something that I could have done. Because it was a lot of money. Money I honestly still don't have. Yeah. Yeah. This is how it is, you know. After my grandma died, a lot of my uncles and aunts kind of went at each other's throats over a lot, and now we don't visit each other. Oof. Yeah, family can be pretty tricky with stuff like that. Man, I just randomly got a craving for my grandma's pasta sauce. Now I want to make the pasta recipe. Yeah. Give it about a year or so, Rebbi, and see where you are then. Yeah, I think if I keep working hard, I can do great things as I am now, and I don't necessarily need stuff like that. It's just, that's just so far away. But I guess I shouldn't feel like a big rush or anything, because I already was not able to buy the house. I already kind of missed that opportunity. You know, I don't know. I'm a very go person. It's hard to be patient for that long, you know. It's hard to be really patient for stuff like that. Like, I'm here like, oh man, I'd like to talk to people now. If I could, I'd like to talk to people right now about opportunities. But I can't. Because you can't just decide to talk to people. So, no, Rebbi, you'll make us hungry. Talking about food. you never get an impression of me from what I've heard. I've heard that too, actually. I do think I'm doing really well. I am proud of where I am. Yeah, I'm just really ambitious, and I want to do big things. I always have wanted to do big things, and I think in some ways together we've achieved big things already. I used to not be a full-time content creator, and now I'm full-time all the time, you know? And that's pretty crazy to me. Like, when I stop and think about that, it's like, wow, we achieved that. I'm able to do that because of you guys, and that feels crazy to me. Whoa! So, I'm very grateful for the things that I have gotten to achieve. But, you know, I always want to look up. I feel like if you don't have goals for yourself, then what you're doing can kind of get stale when it feels like you've done everything. Have you ever, like, been playing a video game and you kind of get to the point where you've 100%ed it and there's not much left for you to do? You kind of, like, want to do more, but you also sort of lose that motivation to, like, play. It kind of feels like that. So I like to have goals ahead of me as well, you know? I think that's the best way to go about it. Be really happy and proud of the things you have achieved. But then also, it's good and healthy to have goals ahead of you as well that you can look forward to hitting. It's just sometimes it also feels like you're a little bit stuck. Which I think is normal. But, you know, that's just how it is. That's just how it is. It's a shame, but that's just how it is. It's easy to get stuck on what ifs, trying to figure out the best route forward requires good proper planning and talking, lots of talking. I know, yeah. And that's what I've always been trying to do, is like making the best choice for all of us together. I just hope that I have. And I hope that I will have the opportunities to get to do more stuff in the future too. Yeah, exactly. When you're at the top, where do you go from there? Yeah, you know? Yeah. That's what it feels like. So, I like having things ahead of me. I don't know, I'm always a little bit paranoid that if I start talking about things I want to achieve, that someone might take it as like, she's not happy for what she has. It's like every time I want to talk about like being ambitious and things I want to achieve, there's always that little voice in the back of my head being like, what if someone takes it like that? So then... But I am very, very happy for all the things that we've done. I'm just also excited for more things. I mean, basically what I already said, it's nice and healthy and good to have goals that you can look forward to. And I think chasing dreams is really fun. I honestly think that's part of why I've been able to like be a content creator and chase for so long, is because the process of chasing and having a goal that you're running towards, like that in itself is motivating to me. That in itself is fun to me. It's fun for me to try to plan how I'm going to reach these bigger steps for myself. You know? Yeah. Didn't you still have a day job when you debuted at Agent Times? To go from that to a full-time cute girl in less than a year is big. Yeah, I did. I did still have a job at that time. Yeah, I remember that job started like giving me less and less hours around that time, so I don't know if I'd say it was still a full-time job. Because I remember I took time off to debut at Agent Times, and they were like, alright, fewer hours for you. It kind of never really recovered from that, because then I was putting my all into my Agent Times job. But, yeah. It is really big. It is. I'm super, super happy about that. The fact we got to do that together. That means a lot to me, you know. Yeah, unfortunately I do have a slight habit of trying to rush to the final boss, which really screwed me over in my first playthrough of Tears of the Kingdom. Oof, yeah! You can pretty much go for that boss, like, literally at the beginning of the game. I remember it took me some trouble getting down to where he even is, and that was after I'd played for a while, so I can't imagine trying to get through there with, like, 3 hearts and a dream. You know? Yeah. The way I see it, having backup plans is always a good mentality to have. Always somewhere to go and something to do, career, life, or free time. And I think as well, it's always good to be mindful of where you are and where you want to go when you have a content job. Because, like, nothing is for certain when it comes to, like, content, you know? Like, the only reason I am where I am right now is because you guys choose to spend time out of your days to, like, come chill with me and you watch my content, and you give some money to me because you like me and you want to support me. If you guys decided to just stop doing that, then I would not be able to stay where I am, you know? So like, it's good for me to, well, it's good for everybody to just be mindful of like where you are and where you're going. Because if there's any sort of big change, in a like not very productive direction, right? If it's like a bad big enough change, then you could find yourself looking for a 9 to 5, you know? Like, it fluctuates, right? It fluctuates. So I always gotta think like, what can we do to, well, what can I do to like keep things fun and fresh and make sure that all my Frobbles are very happy and that they feel loved and supported, like for the support that they give me, that they feel appreciated, you know? And then what also can we do to expand the community where we can, which is not really always easy to have answers to. But I think if you're coming up with a lot of fun content, that's kind of just the best thing that you can do. I want to do more fun stuff. I want to experiment with more stuff, you know? Yeah, exactly. Remember when all the banks went down last year and nobody could access their money? Wait, no? What the heck? That happened? Huh? Maybe it sounds like a deflating balloon when she laughs. No, I do! No! Okay, maybe I'll do a little bit. Hi, Titanic. Oh, hey, Tony. The bros are intermingling. They're intermingling in the chat. Everybody stop and watch and stare at them right now. I'm actually staring at my face. Let me look at the chat. We're watching you intermingle. The eyes in the chat. Yeah, we're staring. I didn't hear about it initially either. All the banks went down and nobody can access their money. What the heck? You know what? Speaking of big things, I actually need to get some updates on some stuff because I do have some more stuff that I've been cooking for Frobbles. Yeah. Someone found the infinite money glitch IRL, but they patched it from the world server in 4 hours. Wait! I saw a YouTube short about that! About the money glitch? That's what they called it. That's just check fraud. That's the whole point of the short. It was like, that's not a money glitch, that's check fraud. You just robbed a bank. Yeah, glitch Lamau! People, you can't do that! I like how as soon as you said what it was, I knew what it was because of a YouTube short that I saw. Not because I saw any news sources, but because of one YouTube short that I watched. Yeah. I'm trying to remember, what's his name who did it? Was it Jaden Williams? I think Jaden Williams did a short about it. Yeah, so I can't believe people fell for that. I think people are so used to seeing creative hacks and stuff online that they don't stop and think about it when it comes to stuff regarding ATMs and money. Because you don't want to do those. And some of them probably just didn't care. They're just like, ooh, a way to get money? Alright, I'll take my chances, you know?
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, that was insane that people were committing check fraud and thought it was an IRL cheat code. Bruh, how many people actually thought it was just a fun little hack? Bruh, you can't be that stupid. You can't be that stupid. I'm a pretty stupid person and I wouldn't be that stupid. You don't do that. Tanika, thank you for the $10 super. Rebbi, Sando. Hi, way too many. Oh my god. Yeah, don't do that. TikToks have gone too far. This is why I only watch YouTube shorts, like a based person, and I don't watch TikTok. Yeah. Latest funny prank on your band today. What could go wrong? Wow, worse was the people recording it and uploading it to you.
Thank you.
And TikTok. No! Ah, people cannot be that dumb. When you think you're dumb, remember there's always dumber out there. Ah! Ah! Oh, that's so bad. That's so bad. No. Hey guys, so I found a way to get free stuff from anyone. So first step is to find a handgun. Okay, got it. What's the next step? Thank you for the $2 super. Now, this is stick up. Give me your wallet and nobody gets hurt. Infinite frog tax. Yeah, I figured it out. I'm being told how to get whatever I want for free. So I found this gun. You already got your wallet out to give me $2? I'll be taking that wallet from you. Thank you. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. TikTok toxicity versus YouTube Shorts brainwash. Who wins? Oh, well, you can avoid both of those awful things depending on what kind of content that you watch. Yeah. I like to think that I don't watch a lot of brainwash stuff. I like to watch cooking shorts that teach me about food and comedy shorts that make me laugh. Yeah, that's a lot of what I watch. And sometimes cat shorts, because cats are always funny. Yeah. See, thank you for the $10 super. I'm sorry, it's all I had in my wallet. Yay, I successfully robbed somebody! Yeah! Can I add that on my resume for if anyone contacts me for a job opportunity within the VTuber sphere? I'll put that on my resume. I robbed somebody once. Held them at gunpoint and took $10. Life hack, you can have everything you want as long as you take it and don't let the other person have it back. True! True! This is so true! The joke's on you, Rebbi. I already paid my rent in advance, so I'm broke right now! Oh man. That rent should have been paid to Rebbi! Joke's on you! That rent money was supposed to be for your frobble tax and you have not paid your dues. Ooh, that's pretty rough, buddy. Cooking shorts are valid though. Only YouTube ones though. On TikTok, they're always trying to create the most whack-ass food hack ever. Yeah, no. Instead, I watched Chef Tyler recently, I think this morning, create a grilled cheese... Well, actually, no, it wasn't a grilled cheese sandwich. It was a normal sandwich, but just had a bunch of food that promotes brain health. And apparently it was pretty good considering the random ingredients he ended up adding to it. God, what all was in it? I remember there was nuts. He like chopped up a bunch of nuts. There was blueberries and raspberries. I think there was a spread made out of beets. I can't remember everything that was in it though. But that was some of the stuff. It was like healthy. I think there was spinach in it. Yeah, it was like healthy and all food that like promotes brain stuff. Apparently it's pretty okay at least. At the very least okay. Like it's edible, it's pretty good. I'm kind of curious to try it. Because the ingredients on it are kind of random. You know, healthy but heavy. Yeah, sorta. I've been eating really healthy too. I've last 3 days I've had like vegetable bowls. It's actually those vegetables but with spinach instead of rice. But I think I should probably just call them vegetable bowls. Because everyone will tell me, but Rebbi, that's a salad. It's not a rice bowl anymore if you take the rice out and replace it with spinach. But I've had like 3 of those in the last 3 days. Because that's all I've been eating. It's because the spinach was going to expire soon and I have to eat a lot of the spinach. So I'm eating a ton of it. I've been eating almost all of it. Almost all the spinach is gone now because I ate it all. Yeah. The not salad. It's not. It's not a salad. It's a vegetable. but with the rice substituted for spinach. It's pretty good. It has veggies, so it's a salad. With that logic, my veggie pizza is a salad. I also like veggie pizza. My favorite kind of pizza, the one that has veggies on it. Because I like veggies on my pizza. Yeah, so that's why you look extra green. Maybe? I don't know. I think my mouth might be extra green. You wanna come find out? Is the sea a soup? By technical definition, it is very wet with lots of stuff in it, so it's a soup.
Coin for
A really inedible soup, though.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm rushing to the soup, but maybe the sailor man. I do like canned spinach too. Actually, I think the can I've been having does have Popeye on it. Yeah, don't ask why it's salty. It's cause fish pee in it. All day! Yeah. Ooh, soup. I do like soup. Veggie pizza is a salad with extra crouton. Oh, true. Yeah, pretty much. My favorite pizza topping is tomatoes. I love tomatoes. Yeah, are the continents croutons? Yeah, that's why they're crunchy and thick. Yeah, that's part of the reason. Every time you get ocean water in your mouth, it's because there's fish pee in it. And also because worms. Wait, worms, not worms. Whales lose gallons every day. Every day of their life. Worms. Why do I keep saying worms? Whales lose gallons every day. Yeah. And maybe there's some worms losing gallons in there too. But they don't lose gallons though. I don't know. That's why it's salty. Yeah. Oh no! Not the lost gallons. I found them. They came from the whales the whole time. Yeah, it's salty because of the pee. Does that mean if you get ocean water in your mouth, you're getting that stuff in your mouth? Is it? I gotta know now, because I've had ocean water in my mouth before. Whoa. Don't they ejaculate in gallons too? That's what we're talking about right now. Yeah. I lost gallons to every day. Nobody heard that though. Oh, well, I hope you find them. Rebbi is the Aristotle of our time, truly. Am I? I've heard the name Aristotle before, but I don't know who that is exactly. I know it's a famous person from long ago though. Yeah. I guess that's why they're called sperm whales. Wait, are the sperm whales the ones where people would get oil from them? From like the blubber and stuff? Or am I thinking of a different kind of whale? I might be thinking of a different kind of whale, I'm not sure. Greek philosopher. Oh, those are right whale. Eh? I don't think that's what they were called. I think it was something else. Fun fact, one dead body in a pool, no one will swim in it, but people swim in the ocean, which means there is a body to water ratio that's okay to swim in. And that is true. There's probably dead corpses all in the ocean. There's probably dead people whose bodies have never been recovered. That's not even talking about like animal corpses, but like even like human corpses. There's ones in the ocean that have never been recovered. Sometimes I wonder if you go to a beach, how far away is the nearest corpse that's been stuck in the ocean? Because they get washed around and moved by currents and stuff. So how far are you really and truly from the nearest body when you're at the beach? Right? It might not even be in the ocean. It could be buried under the sand. What are the odds you might be digging in the sand and you come across a dead body in the sand? Honestly, every time I would dig in the sand when I was a kid, I always used to think, like, there's a chance I might find a decaying corpse under here. But I never found one, though. Yeah, As long as I don't see the body, it's okay. If I don't see it, then it doesn't exist. There's nothing there. I can tell you it's not zero. Yeah! There's bodies on the beach! Yeah! Let the bodies hit the beach! Let the bodies hit the beach! Let the bodies hit the beach! There's lots of plastic and trash in the ocean. No reason a body couldn't be. Yeah, people get into like shipwrecks and storms, and they get washed out to sea, stuff like that. Yeah. And what if like a plane crashes into the ocean? There's lots of reasons someone might die in the ocean, and there's a body in the ocean. Yeah. Where I live, it's called right whales, but they're also called bowhead whales. Yeah. I swear there's a specific name that I'm not thinking of. Or the Titanic. True! Yeah. How many bodies have been recovered from the Titanic? I don't know. I don't know much about it. I know somebody who went to the beach and there was a decaying whale laying on the sand. Oh. Yeah, that happens sometimes. Yeah. I heard once about this whale. I think it was in Oregon. They tried to blow up a whale corpse that was on the beach and it sent chunks of dead whale flying. Someone's car got destroyed by a chunk of dead whale. I think that was Oregon, right? I can't remember. Yeah, it happened. And I don't know who thought it was a good idea. Who signed off on this idea to blow up dead whale bodies? But like, they're big and heavy. What do you tell your insurance on that one? I would take a photo for evidence. Yeah, take photos. Yeah, some of the tanks were the size of a VW Beetle. Yeah, who signed off on that idea? Cause I don't think I ever would have thought that's a good idea ever. What the heck? What the heck? Surely there were better ways to get rid of it. I saw that once. Whale Beach when I was on holiday. That makes me sad. I wish I was strong enough to push a whale back out into the water if it got stuck on the beach, but I am small and the whale is big. And I do not have the strength to push it back out. Yeah. There was this one time though that when we all went to the beach, me and my family, there was a fish, a live fish. It was like washed up on the beach. It was still alive. And my dad didn't want any of us to touch it, which was like common of my parents. They didn't want us to touch things that are dirty and have germs on them. But then my dad did something unexpected. He got the fish. He picked up the fish with something. I don't remember what he used to pick it up. But he picked up the fish and like took it out to the sea. And that fish had a chance to live again. And it made me really happy. Yay! Go, Dad, go! Whoa, whoa, whoa! Yeah! I love whales so much. They're so cool. I like whales too. I like ocean animals. They're cool. That's nice. Yeah, I wasn't expecting it. Because I know a fair number of people who don't see animals on the same level as like people. So they don't often go out of their way to help animals. I don't really understand that line of thinking. My dad's kind of like that too, but he decided to help the fish that time. I almost said frog. It was not a frog. It was a fish. He decided to help the fish. Yeah. Yeah. Whales are really big. What do you do with all that meat? Push it back out into the ocean and let the fish slowly eat it. Yeah. Load it up on a boat. A real big boat. Take it out to the sea and dump it. It can become food for other animals. It doesn't have to be blown up with dynamite. Yeah, but I know that might be easier said than done because they are really big and they are really heavy. And I don't know, maybe they didn't have the technology equipment to do it at the time. I don't know. How do you push it? I was thinking with like heavy machinery or something. That's how I would think to pick up a big whale. Because you can't do it with your arms. I don't know. People lift big heavy stuff with heavy machinery all the time. When they're building skyscrapers and stuff. So I don't know, if it was up to me, yeah, a bulldozer, just push it. It's already dead. Who cares if you're pushing it across the beach? If you're gonna get rid of it, you know, that's the way I would do it. Although, I was thinking loading up to a boat and take it out, because if you just push it out on the beach, the current might just push it back on the beach. And a bulldozer can't really go that far out in the water because they're not water equipment. So it could probably only get like the wheels sprayed a bit at the bottom and not much else, you know? Yeah. How about like a cargo ship? Maybe one of those can lift the boat. Oh, not the boat, the whale. Yeah. It might rip in half, so not great too. Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. That is true, I didn't think about that. If it's a decaying, then it might be really fragile and stuff. Yeah. I remember seeing my brother throwing a fish like it was a hammer throw. Oh no, that poor fish! He's probably really scared. Ever seen the deep sea footage of a dead whale being eaten over months by crabs and worms? I think I have seen that. It's like a time lapse. Yeah, I think that is the major problem. You have to push it past the shallows. Yeah, that's where I was thinking something like a cargo ship would probably be the best way to get it out there. Like a big boat that it's big enough to carry the whale. And like maybe some heavy equipment to like pick it up. And then you just take it out far enough. Right. Yeah. Yeah, well if you have the stuff that are ready for that, you can try to bring it into the sea. But yeah, the guys will already have them sold in 3 days or less sometimes. Yeah, especially if it happened to be during the summer. It's a tricky situation. But like, surely though, there's gotta be something better than just blowing it up with dynamite. There's a reason I think that's not been done again after that. It was never a good idea to begin with. There's gotta be a better idea than that. You know? Yeah, you can't bring more ships that close to the shore. But we can bring heavy equipment onto the beach maybe and take it somewhere. Take it to a harbor and load it onto a boat there. I don't know. I don't know what the best idea is. I don't know. I don't know. How about the solution is just we take the whale and then we push it somewhere else? Yeah! We were kids, so I guess you didn't think any better at that moment. Oh, you're talking about your brother with the fish. I thought you were talking about blowing up the whale. And I'm like, I think that people with the dynamite would not be kids, but okay. I was like, Yeah. Now it's time to leave. Enjoy the rest of the stream. Thanks for the fun, Rebbi. Thanks, friend. Have a great day. I'll probably end off here soon, too. It's been like 2.5 hours of yapping. This has been a good yap. Yeah. I always thought about using a bulldozer, but it might hurt the whale. Well, I mean, it won't. The whale's already dead. But also, bulldozers can't go that far in the water. They're not water machines. They're not meant to go out in the water. I don't think a bulldozer would work because as soon as you push it into the ocean current's gonna push it back up onto the beach. Now kids definitely had explosives now. Yeah, but not for the whale. Not for that. I would hope kids aren't carrying around enough dynamite to blow up a whale corpse. That'd be concerning. I'm gonna go ahead and set up a raid. I think we're getting to a good spot to leave off for the day. I have 2 streams tomorrow, so I definitely don't want to use up too much energy today. So, let's see who is online. Actually, I have somebody picked out. Let me just make sure that I'm about to end. I don't usually get to raid this person because they end shortly after I usually start. Yeah, they might be ending soon. Oh, it looks like we might be good. Maybe. Yeah, I think we might be good to win. Okay. Cool. Gee, welcome to Chapel! Thank you! Thanks for the yap, Rebbi. Yeah, thanks for coming by and yapping with me. I had a lot of fun. Yeah, and I'm excited that tomorrow we're doing Mario Kart 8 member stream, so all the Chapels can come play Mario Kart 8 with me. I guess here's your formal reminder. I did make a post for Chapels as well, but remember to charge your Switch. Make sure your game is, you know where it is. If it's a physical copy, make sure you know where it is. Make sure everything's updated. And then we are also doing a VSMP stream tomorrow, which I'm really excited because I've been wanting to play VSMP, but I only scheduled one stream this week and it took the entire week to get to it. Yeah, I just had stuff going on this week. I didn't really have time to do it. So, it was a fun stream. No fireworks, jump scares. Yeah, that's true. There were no fireworks either, which was always nice. Those will just be later today then, I guess. But yeah, thank you everybody so much for coming. I had a fun time yapping with you guys. I'll see you tomorrow, whether it's for racing or for building. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye. Have a good 4th of July. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Fireworks hate. Fireworks hate. Fireworks hate.